Thank you everyone for taking your time to watch my YouTube video today. Um, in today YouTube presentation, we'll be looking at how to save your router configurations. This is a topology, but we don't actually need to really depend on this topology because we just want to view how you can save your configuration. Because you can, if no matter how good you are in configuring your router, your switches, your system, whatever you call it, if you don't know how to save your configuration, that is a very big problem. For the CCNA exam, no matter what you configure on the CCNA exam, if you don't know how to save your configuration, that is a big deal. That means that you just work for nothing. So saving your router configuration is very important. That is why I took it like a separate topic, and I'm not going to make it so big. Today, what we're going to be looking at, we're going to be looking at these few commands today. Let's see. Okay, yeah. We're going to be looking at the show runs configuration. We're going to be looking at the show startup configuration. We're going to be looking at also how to copy your running configuration to your startup configuration. We're going to look at how you can erase your the configuration that is in your NVRAM, that is in your startup config, and how to do reload and what reload actually does. So let's start. Let's just go ahead and first of all configure an interface first and save it. Let's name the router. You say what's name? Sorry for that. Okay. Now let's exit this and let's see what we have by issuing show running configuration. Now we can see that that the router is named. You can see the router is named. Let's go ahead again and add more configuration to it because today is going to be short. It's going to be a short presentation. Let's do enable password browsing. Let's do enable secret Cisco. Now let's exit again. Let's see what we have in the running configuration. The running configuration is the active configuration, like the way you're configuring now. It's going to show the active configuration. It's not a permanent. It's not a permanent thing. Once you erase or once you do anything, it's gone. Because that is why it is very important for you to do to save your configuration for your CCNA exam. Because if you don't save it, you don't have nothing in it. Now we can see the password that we've configured now. We can see the running configuration, the enable password, and the secret password that we actually configured. Now let us look into the startup configuration. Into the startup configuration, we can see that we have nothing in the startup configuration. It's empty. That's why I said not volatile configuration. Memory is not present. That is why we don't have no configuration in the non-volatile volatile memory. Now, what we want to do now is to go ahead and copy and exit first, because I want to quickly show you something now, because that's how so many people get it confused. Let's exit finally from this system. Now we fully exit. Now for us to go back to the console now, let's say enable. You see, it's demanding for the password. Okay, then we go ahead and pull password Cisco. Now that we put password, we can go ahead and say config t, and it will go further. It will go further. Now let's end this one again. Now let's copy the running configuration that is not permanent into a permanent memory. What we do now is to copy running configuration into startup configuration. Okay. Now let's see if we have something now in the volatile memory. So we issue show startup configuration. Now we can see that the configuration is present in the non-volatile RAM. You see? Now how do we erase the volatile RAM? How do we erase it? So we go ahead and say erase startup config. Now that we erase the startup config, it's asking, do you want? You say yes, I want to erase it. Then it comes back here. Now let's see again if the startup config got something in it. Let's say show startup config. You see it's empty again. Now we want to issue reload. You know, you see, even when we erase the startup config, we still have the router 1 name as router 1, okay? But when you issue the word reload, what happened? You said, do you want to reload? Say yes. Would you like to enter the initial configuration dialog? Say no, so that we can go back. Now we are in where we are supposed to be. Now, unlike before, when we want to go in, that it was asking us for the password, you can see the router has changed to just an ordinary router. It's not a named router, you know, it's just an empty router. So let's say let's go in again and say enable. You see, it never prompt us for password. That is how to use that's how to go about copying your configuration from a running configuration to a startup configuration. That is how to use a true show running configuration command or show startup configuration command, how to erase startup configuration command, and how to use your reload command. Thank you for taking your time to listen to our presentation today on a basic router configuration part 5. See you in the next tutorial. Thank you.